Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if you're watching this live on Twitch, or if you're watching it through my YouTube channel. And of course, hello everyone there on the House of Nerdum. Remember, nominate me and vote for me for Video Gamer of the Year. Yeah, it's got to connect to the network. Woo! And now we're back. Sorry about that blue screen. I forgot. Apparently, it wants you to look at that stupid, can't look at the loading internet connection. But as you can see from the title, is from the opening. Hey, look, it's Spider-Pig. I am reviewing what many people consider to be the worst Resident Evil game of all time, Resident Evil Giraffe. Resident Evil 6. Which came out on the PS4 this year as part of the 20th anniversary of Resident Evil. Of course, it was released on the PS3 a few years ago. I still got my poster in my room of said game from GameStop when it came out on 10/2/12. Now, I reviewed the PS3 version of this game many years ago, stating it was bad. At the time, I thought one of the worst Resident Evil games and gave it a very low score. But it's now 2016 and oh boy has things changed. Particularly Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which has to be the worst Resident Evil game in my eyes on the PS3. But this is PS4. So let's talk about some of the things in RE6 that they added. Now of course, if you had it on PS3 and you do not get all the maps and multiplayer DLC, you now have that. With the extra contract, you can do Agent Hunt, Mercenaries, No Mercy, Survivors, Onslaught, Predator, and Surge. So that alone is why it's $20 to me, because usually you wouldn't be that, but hey, it's got all that. It also has a cycle mode as well, for if you don't want to pick one, you can just randomly join one of the multiplayer maps. And of course, campaign mode. Let's talk about campaign mode for a moment. First, I gotta change my skill settings just a bit. Yes, I did use the infinite shotgun to beat professional mode, but there's a reason. Once again, and I do applaud them for this, you can chapter select, go straight to the end of the thing, end of the chapter, to beat it and get the professional trophy. And I'm honest, I did do that for many reasons. One, really didn't feel like doing professional mode yet, due to the fact of it's going to be one of the games I have up for my Let's Play vote coming in a few weeks, which if it does win, I will be doing a all professional one, so I wanted to at least just get the trophy first. As you can see, I have all the skill points as well, which, hey, that's alright. My recommendation, this is what I always go with when I'm playing: lock on level 2, firearm level 3, and defense level 3. That's just me. Now, getting to chapter selection in particular, so I can actually show you that's what I did. And we're going to talk about one of the trophies for a little bit first. As many of you know, there's a trophy for getting all the leveled skill sets from that have level 1, level 2, and level 3, or just level 1 and level 2. My best recommendation if you're going to go for that trophy is beat Jake's chapter and then go back to 4-3 and go on no hope mode, because you can get few of the skill points is a 2,000 and a 5,000 skill point, and remember the skill points are more higher up, or more skill points you get times whatever for no hope, so keep that in mind. Now of course, there are 4 chapters. You have Leon's, Chris's, Jake's, and Ada. Now, to me, the worst one is Chris's, because it feels more like a Michael Bay film than Resident Evil 6. You know, that's just my opinion of one man. Then I would say probably Jake is probably the next one after that. Now, of course, the two that feel like Resident Evil typeness to me is Ada and Leon S. Kennedy's. Who's to me have always felt Resident Evil-ness. So that alone, it's glad that they still, even to this day, 4 years later, they still remind me of the older Resident Evil. So I do applaud them for that. And they did fix some of the problems that were addressed in the last one. I said about. You know, the AI partner was completely retarded. And sometimes the enemy AI was not that bright either. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm just going to show off the gameplay a bit on normal while I'm doing this review. Now, I can personally tell you this. One of my friends actually bought the game. He kind of got bored with it, which is going to happen. You will get bored with this game, I'm not going to lie, because it does get a little boring. But I will admit some of the voice acting, particularly for Leon, Ada, even Jake and Sherry, and somewhat of Chris, they did a decent job. It was just the script and what the gameplay was, I think, hindered it. Now, of course, you aim with the L2 button and you reload with square, you shoot with R2. Now, of course, you can switch with the right analog stick for your prevent shorting. Hold L1 to show you where you need to go. R1 really does nothing. Circle will let you find your partner. Of course, you open the door with X.
Yeah, tell me what the hell is going on. Hold up on the second floor.
And Old Man Williams is upstairs.
Come on, man!
Now,
open up! You gotta let us in!
The reason I say Leon is the most like Resident Evil is because, well, it's really the only one you do with a lot of zombies. And the other ones you do with the stuff from Resident Evil 5 to a degree where they can mutate into either bugs, spiders, cocoons, and other useless crap. But I want to say though, since it being 4 years and a lot of things have updated, like I said, the AI is better, the lighting's a little better. Oh, no zombies there yet. Let go of that fire. Peter Parker ain't gonna help. Anyway, here's the thing. While there are some good things, I'm gonna talk about the bad of it. First thing first. The online, why it has improved immensely. There's gonna be times you're gonna get stuck with somebody who sucks at this game. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way, it's just, again, it's one of these games to where you have to hope the online partner is good. There are some parts you will be separated, you gotta hope your partner can carry you through. Keep that in mind. Of course, Chris's chapter is still the worst chapter in the game, again, my opinion. Now, of course, with that being said, there's a reason why I'm not showing off the DLC. Simply because of the fact that it's very hard to find someone playing it, and that's another problem with the game. A lot of people did not buy this game, which is somewhat sad, because for $20, it's not the worst thing you can waste.
Shit, my gun's
want to waste money that's under $20?
Give me your gun.
Buy a shitty PS2 game would be my recommendation. You know,
you
like
idiots can fight it out if you
wrestling.
want. I'm getting the hell out of here.
But I do understand why a lot of the critics did not buy this. Why, if they didn't like the first time this came out, they wouldn't like it the second time. But I think this does deserve a second look just because of how far they came with it. Is it still the worst Resident Evil 1 canon-wise? Yes, it is. I would not doubt. I'd say it's not.
Stay back.
It's the worst one.
Get the hell away from
canon.
me! No!
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But is it the worst Resident Evil game of all time? I would say no, as much as people would say otherwise. To me, that's still goes to Resident Evil Survivor. And probably Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which was a shit-ass bullshit game. To the point where I didn't even bother platinuming Operation Raccoon City. I pretty much didn't know what the hell is that fucking shit around. But with this one, you know, it is what it is with RE6. You know, if you played it the first time, you might find it to be willing to give it a second chance. But you probably would still get bored with it. Some people will. I really didn't. But I can understand people who did that. I'm not gonna try to say I won't. Overall, though, this is not a bad waste of $20. It is an easy platinum, so if you're a trophy hunter, I would definitely recommend getting it. It does have an easy platinum to get. So if you're trying to build up your platinum collection, definitely would recommend getting it for that. Or if you want to see what happens with Leon and all that. Now, what is funny though, I think a lot of people were trying to figure out what they were going to do, because if anybody remembers the promos for this, it always showed Leon and Chris facing off, which made everyone wonder, okay, who became a bad guy? Well, they kind of thought of that, but I do give them props for this. Heal me. Alright, load the shotgun up. Sniper rifle. Yeah, it is quiet down here. Load us up now.
Time being.
So,
store's clear.
just to go through
Wanna let us
everything,
in now?
to get all the points across, we're going to start with the good before I get back to the back. The good points. 1. Leon's campaign and Ada's campaign feels like old school Resident Evil. 2. While Jake's campaign is bad, it does have its good moments. 3. The voice acting is good. Not bad, but not great. The DLC maps and multiplayer maps included actually make the game a little bit more fun if you can find somebody to play with. And finally, the good point, easy platinum. But the negatives. Chris's chapter is another waste of time. Feels like you're, unfortunately, watching a Michael Bay film. And I don't mean a good one.
Nice work down there. Good news is,
Online
I got some folks
is
coming for me
dead.
in a bus.
To the most part, you rarely will find
we can
somebody
make it on
willing to help
board.
you
It's a
do
straight shot
professional
to
mode
Tall
if you're
Oaks
trying to do it.
Cathedral. People
So
are
if you don't
evacuating
professional,
there.
you
Heard
may
it
be
on the
left
radio.
out on your own.
That's a big if. It's a shitstorm out there. We ain't waiting for any
like I just said though, for why the multiplayer maps are good, trying to find somebody who actually is playing it can be a little bit of a problem in itself. That sniper rifle out. Also, probably one other bad thing I could say. There is sometimes you AI partner will act stupid and get himself killed and having a few times playing this game. So I can only tell you that's what happens. Just know it's coming and just race car safety or the damn it, I got hit. Fuck. Healed up.
I need backup!
And of course I get fucking hit. So yeah, there are negatives and positives. Overall, though, for a game that's $20 and a game that really would most likely be the vast numbered Resident Evil, unless Resident Evil eventually comes out, it is somewhat of a disappointment. But at the end of the day, still not the worst Resident Evil game out there. So, Resident Evil 6 on PS4 gets about a 3 out of 5. I think that's what I gave it on the last one as well. Not the... And that was a waste of a magnum bullet. 3 out of 5. It's okay. Again, not the worst Resident Evil game out there, but definitely not one of the better ones. If you want to be smart and save your money,
get to the next room.
Wait till it comes out a little bit more in price on PS4 and save you money to get Resident Evil 5, which will be better most likely, and of course Resident Evil 4 when they come to PlayStation 4 later this year. As many of you know, that is actually coming to PlayStation 4 A594, which I will probably be getting both. Now, like I said not too long ago in this video, that it's not the worst Resident Evil game. Worst canon one, but not the worst to me. Resident Evil Survivor and Operation Raccoon City to me are the worst too. But I would love to know your opinion about Resident Evil 6. Did you enjoy it or did you hate it? And do you believe it's the worst Resident Evil game out there? Or think it's something else. Most of something I said earlier, this will be one of the games you can go for my Let's Play after I get done with the last video, City of Color, and eventually when I get back to it, get back to Wolfenstein.
You're gonna bring this whole place down on us.
God damn it, Big Show, die. Freaking hand shots, I gotta use it for a badass.
This way! Come on, move it! Move it!
Badass. Shotgun shells. So yeah, again, just love to know your opinion, guys. If you would leave it in the comments section, that'd be great. Now, of course, if you're watching this in the House of Nerdum, tomorrow, of course, my Dreamcast of top 10 best Dreamcast games go up. And, also that goes up tomorrow as well, hopefully if I get time to do it, will be Batman Arkham Knight, the 4th, and most likely final part in that video series of the DLC bosses, most DLC chapters, most likely. As many of you know, I was getting to, where was I? I was in the hospital. So we'll continue that and get to, Bobby Mr. Freeze after that. But like I said, the RE6, 3 out of 5, it's decent. You could spend your money on worse things, you could spend your money on better things.
Help him up, I'll cover you.
But hey, 20 bucks for a cheap platinum, I can't really argue that way. Not terrible, but chill. Bye-bye. Yeah, don't worry, if I let's play this, I would not be using the sniper rifle at all. Anybody else want to come out and play? Good, the bus is get the hell out of here.
Walk in here, people! We have to get down to the street!
Yeah, well, open the door, you dumbass old man.
The emergency exit's open! Come on!
Should have grabbed that radar, but oh well. Yes, and you're gonna see me beat this chapter just so I can.
There's trouble more in our way!
There goes old man Williams. Bye. Okay, use that since I got hit.
You coming with me, gun? Are you a drinking hell, boy?
I might actually die in this video. That would be a first, because I did not die last time out.
You're so close to me. Go now!
I barely survived. Anyway, like I said, RE6 gets a 3 out of 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, let me know what you think of the game, if you enjoyed it or not. And visit the worst Resident Evil 2 if you did not enjoy it. Till next time, this is the DOUG signing off saying thank you for watching, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.